So in this video, I will be giving 3 filmmaking tips for beginners. Tip number 1, manipulate lighting. So a good way to manipulate lighting is by either using a natural light source or a artificial one like a lamp or backlight. I also have a fog machine that I'm using to hazen up the image and to make it look softer, to give it more of that film type look. On to tip number 2, try different camera angles. Whenever I film or pull my camera out, I'm always thinking of where I can set my camera to give it the more cinematic type of look. And this is a good way to find different compositions when you're filming or when you're by yourself. You can set the camera up outside and walk away or drive up to show like, oh, the camera is just its own thing. In my opinion, I believe this is the most fun part of filmmaking, when you can go out and try to be creative with your shots and camera angles, because you can do things that you've never done before, like this shot of my drone hovering outside of the apartment. Just for reference, this is 3 stories up and my drone is just hovering outside. It was pretty cool and it came out nice. Tip number 3, make your camera cuts make sense. So when you're visual storytelling or directing, it's good to always have your cuts conveyed in a good way. This is something used in short films and movies a lot, because if you notice in action movies, the amount of cuts that they do when they're fighting, they have to stop the camera, say cut, and then restart that scene, and you may notice something different because the cuts aren't always the same, whereas it's not just an ongoing continuous shot. Every time that you cut or the camera cuts, it's them stopping the camera and setting the scene back up to where it looks exactly almost the same, and then going back and saying action. So this is a great way to show different angles of what you're doing, and it also gives it more of a cinematic curve because you are showing the same thing but from different angles, like what Hollywood movies do. So those are the 3 tips that I would recommend to beginners when they are starting their filmmaking journey. So remember to like, subscribe, and follow me. I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.